All right, friends, it's no secret that I have an auction addiction. So this video is going to be stuff I got at an auction. And believe it or not, this is not from an auction. And I can explain that in just a minute, right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man, and I'll tell you the story on these two pieces. On my school bus route, I saw them sitting at the end of someone's driveway with this cardboard sign on the front with the magical word that I cannot resist: free, don't run. And so the first day I went to go, something came up and I couldn't get there. And then I thought, well, not meant to be. Well, about 3 more days like that passed and it was still there. And I told Dad, I said, come along with me. I said, I just can't wait anymore. I mean, free is the magic number. I can't not get in on free. So that's all well and good. And I was going to make a video just about seeing if this stuff is worth anything, because I have done nothing, not even pull the cord. And I'd say that's locked up, but that ain't no problem because the price was right. But at any rate, now I got to unload this trailer real quick because there was a consignment sale today just a few miles from home. And sure enough, I have more than filled this trailer. We got to go back and get it. And we got to go get some other stuff that requires these. And if you look, there's several sets on there. So you can place your bets what you think that's going to be. Those were last minute purchases that weren't bringing nothing, and I couldn't resist. So, yeah. And I'm hoping that gravity here will make this very easy to do, but I don't know. Come on. Giddy up. Ah! Oh, good. The tire's ready to be changed. Let's do a quick assessment here. Not locked up. Feels like it's got compression. This one might be a win. 9 times out of 10 on lawnmowers like this, when I bought them at auctions and they didn't run, they had water in the gas. And I wouldn't put it past that was what was wrong with this one. It could be that the battery's dead and nothing comes on. Some people do not investigate. They just are over it and send it away. But another reason why I thought maybe this would be good, and I'm not 100% sure on that, the deck is very similar to the deck on my zero turn. It's a 50-inch Cub Cadet. So I'm not sure if this deck would fit on there. I don't know. It maybe is a little bit different shaped, but that is neither here nor there. If I can get it to run, I might be able to flip her for a few bucks or whatever, you know. Usually the way my luck works is, as soon as I get this running and think I got something, the motor will blow up on my other one and then I'll have to use this. That's usually how that goes. But anyway, we got this done, unloaded. So my poor little multi-purpose trailer here that gets used from everything from gravel hauling to wood to whatever. We got to go back and get some treasures at the sale. So that's what we'll do. All right. First treasure, this wagon running gear, which I'm hoping to swap out on one of the gravity wagons. It needs a tie rod repair, but we figured out how to do that with tractor tie rods, and I think I can make that work pretty simple. Then I ended up with this entire pile of garbage, only because I thought that this thing here was neat. An old barrel mover with cast iron, whatever. So, I don't know, you want some cages? Merry Christmas, Happy Father's Day, etc. Then I got over here, if I remember everything, this stuff for $10. An auger setup for gravity wagons. And even if it's rough, hey, 10 bucks, I bet I can make it turn again. So we'll figure out what to do with that at some point in the future. And here in a minute, we'll go look at those trucks, but I gotta pay them, so I probably should do that first. Oh my goodness. There's my uncle's wood boiler that you saw at my house on the trailer. He brought it over here, and I think he said it brought $875. So it's to a new home. All right, our next pile of stuff is over here. Very much unplanned. I did not come to this auction expecting to buy anything and ended up buying quite a bit. So I guess we'll start over here. This is the last thing I bought. A 2016 F-250. The transmission is supposedly out of it, and when they were loading it with a forklift, it was owned by like a construction place, they speared the rear end with a fork, and now it won't roll. So I gave almost nothing for this, and I'm thinking I might be able to make a pickup out of it. So mechanic special, yeah, I've never heard it run. It obviously doesn't move, but it's a lot newer than what I'm driving. So if I can get it to go and make it somewhat reliable, then I'm probably going to move that 2-color pickup on down the road, because that thing seems to like to cost me money. And yeah, so I'm going to give this a shot. Like I said, I ain't out much. I could part it out and make money. So that's number one thing here. And boy, it was tempting to buy a lot of this stuff. It just did not bring much. But the one thing I did end up with is the old 880 tandem grain truck. I did not even walk over here and look at this ahead of time, and they got to it and it wasn't bringing nothing. And so turns out I know the guy that it came from, and I'd say it's a pretty good old truck. He did some work on it even before he brought it here. So we're gonna give her a go. It's got air brakes, friends. That was another bonus. Air brakes. It is gas, it's not a diesel. That's the only thing I don't really care about. But we're gonna give her a go. I gotta remember how to drive the old Road Ranger here. Intermediate low, direct. We'll figure it out as we go. I'm sure it'll come back to us. Come on, baby doll. Man, she's still even holding air pressure. I can't believe that. We're in intermediate. So I think rear verse is forward. Yep. Okay, so let's try. Start with selector and low. Alright, let's try it. I'm gonna have to set you down probably, because I know nothing about this truck, and wonder if I can switch to intermediate if that's going to be too tall a gear. No, I think it'll work. I have no idea how much fuel's in it, but I don't live that far from here, so I'm going to give her a go anyway. Come on, buddy. Had a guy better ought to test the brakes before he takes it on the road? Probably not. Yeah, I think it'll go. Whoops, that was a mistake. Yeah, we don't need all these gears. Come on. Oh, I think this is a good old truck, boys. Giddy up, you tandem. Now, what do I need to go to? I think that's the next gear. 9, 10. 11. Probably won't get done shifting through the gears to the intersection. She's got a little bounce to her. Good, the old pickup got the idea that we don't know what we're doing here. You see a rig coming like this down the road, you best clear out. I'm gonna try not shifting. Oh, that's a little too tall. Come on, Road Ranger. Let's see here. Come on. There we go. I'm gonna have to get used to this transmission. It ain't, there we go. Okay, we're getting her. There we go. Now we should be able to go to direct. Go over to the splitter. There we go. Now we're rolling. Get up. Come on, baby doll. Let's see what your top speed is. The speedometer doesn't work, so sure. She's cruising at some speed. I don't know what we are, but that ain't important. She's running. She drives like a tandem all over the road. Not really, but I wish this window would roll up because it's kind of cold with that blowing in my ear. We're putting a lot of faith in something we know nothing about. Do we have a horn? No. Nothing. No horn, but we can fix it. We can make a horn. No plate. No problem. Can't see out the window? Nah, no problem. Sure. Come on. Yeah! Giddy up, horse! Move along! Yeah! Tandem! Slow down, horsey. Boy, she's got good brakes, I gotta say that. Got to say that. Fuller Road Ranger. think we have all of our speeds working, is what I'm surmising here. And what I'm wondering is if direct is not working. I don't know. I know we got good brakes. That is a bonus here. But other than that, we don't know nothing. She runs good though. Sweetheart. Park? Yes. Yes, Mama. Boy, that's a sweetheart. I don't think it's too bad. I don't even know. I had to find out how much this holds. Holds a pretty good amount. And the bed looked nice. I think they said he quit farming. And so, truck for sale, among other things at the auction. Buddy, what are you thinking about it, my friend? Yeah. Hopefully this isn't the thing that runs you over and ends your life, but it is what it is. I think it's a pretty good buy. Okay. Trying to figure out if this can be hauled or we need to do something different here. I guess let's do width first and see what we got. Go to the outside of the tire. Go to the ground. Okay.
Oh, you want to go down there?
I want to go to the tire. That's what's going to be on the trailer. Outside of the tire.
Yes.
It just won't go on there. It's 79 inches and the trailer's 77. So I'll have to get Daniel to come with his thing and then maybe we can fork it up on there. I wonder if it's even would length. Here, go to that back wheel just for fun and let's see. It would go on that way. That part's not the problem. But it's got too wide of tires on it.
Your width was going to get you. Yeah, it's kind of rough.
Well, it's just dirty is the main thing. I mean, clean it up and...
Yeah, I'd hire a professional.
Yeah, well. Well, buckos, I'm pretty happy with this old horse. I mean, this is something. I'm trying to figure out what do I think this box will hold. I'm guessing it's going to be pushing 600 just because that little blue truck that we use of my cousin's will hold right at 400 if you have it rounded up. And this truck is another, good grief, it's probably another 6 foot long or so. So my eventual plan that I would like to pursue here, I mean, it's got a wonderful floor. I'm going to try to see if I can let my neighbor there that I work on those tractors, I'll see if he'll let me park this in there until I can get some plan formulated here. But I'd eventually like to get one of those Sherlock tarps for it, so that if you get caught in the field in the rain, you know, you can roll that up real quick, because that blue truck has it and it's really handy. They don't leak, and I think that would be great on here. But I'm loving the air brake system. I just really like this. I don't know. It was a last minute ordeal. Like, I did not go there and intend to buy this. I looked at it this morning and walked by it, and I just it didn't interest me. But when I saw that it wasn't bringing nothing, it interested me pretty quick. And then afterwards, when I found out who it belonged to, I know that I got a good deal, because he was a pretty particular guy, and I think he took care of it. It's like all trucks. I mean, it's got stuff that I'm sure it's going to need, but I'm not afraid that I got a piece of garbage, because he wouldn't have kept it around here this long if it had been totally junk. So I will definitely talk to him about it and find out more of the scoop on it. I saw him there today at the sale, but I didn't know that he had brought this. He said he had brought several things, and that was pretty well the end of it. I mean, we talked a little bit, and yeah, so I didn't know this was his. Boy, they had another sweetheart truck. I should have took the camera this morning and filmed this auction, and then I thought, no, because it's local and there'll be so many people talking to me that I won't be able to get a lot of footage, you know. I'd rather just go and have a good time. So, but after this, let's see, this one sold first, and I bought it, and I thought, what'd I do? You know, what, is this a good idea or what? Then that pickup sold, and I thought, man, I can't, that's a heck of a deal, you know, for a 7-year-old pickup or whatever it is. I guess probably it would be like, yeah, because this is 2023, and that's a 2016 or so. And I couldn't give up on that. I mean, what I'm saying is, if I didn't say that before, I gave $1,500 for this truck, and I gave $1,500 for that pickup. Can you buy a 2016 pickup for $1,500? Even if I spend $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 on a transmission, and if I have to spend some on a rear end or whatever, I got to get it running and make sure that it really does run like they said it does. You know, if everything's good there, why, I think that's a pretty sweet deal. I have to go look up what they're worth, but I can't imagine that I could go to a dealer right now and buy a 2016 pickup used for, you know, $6,000 or $7,000. So I might be wrong, but we got to get that home yet. I'll have to get my brother-in-law with his trailer, because as you saw maybe in that video clip, that other one, that truck won't fit width-wise on my little trailer here. I've done some spectacular hauling with this little trailer, including this wagon journey, which I didn't even tie down. It's only like 3 miles away, so, and it's a straight shot, so I wasn't too worried about it. But yeah, I can't complain about today. And like I said, everything I bought was spur of the moment. It wasn't, nothing was planned when I went to this auction. It was just all stuff that I thought, hey, I can use that, like this wagon gear. I wanted a wagon gear that was a little wider, which this one is, because it doesn't fit on the trailer. That one wagon I have has a pretty good sized gravity box on it, and it's on that Deere running gear that my grandpa bought new, but it's narrower, and because it will fit inside the trailer, actually, because we've had it up on here. And it just looks to me, when you pull it, like you could get way too much weight in that box and end up throwing it over. So I've always been kind of looking for a heavier gear, and this one I gave, what, $125 or something like that for it. It's missing tie rods, but that ain't no big deal, because we know how to fix that. You know, I, on that Oliver wagon, took Oliver tie rods and made it work, so I can do that to this gear sometime, and then we will have us something. It is kind of nice. It has metal braces on this, so if I end up putting a bed back on that John Deere running gear, which was kind of my plan, then we will be in good shape too. What is this, a dirt? I bet that's a lime clod from when they sowed lime or spread lime out here. But yeah, anyway, so I'm not too upset. That's neat, new idea. I don't know, can you see that through the wire? I'll try to zoom in on it. But it says Cordis Hardware, which in fact, as one time was the Oliver dealer in my town. And then they pulled the contract from them and then gave it to the co-op. So this was probably sold after that time. They were also a Massey Ferguson dealer. But that's kind of neat right there that I got that. So I'm trying to decide too if this is a, what color was this? Is this just faded and it's really the new idea green, or was this a bluish color? I know the later new idea was kind of grayish blue. I can't decide, and you're not going to be much help because the colors on the GoPro aren't always true. But if you've got one of these running gears, I'd be curious to know if this is really blue or gray or what. It is a 631 is the model number. So yeah, we're gonna make that what it should be and recycle that into future projects for videos. We got some gravity wagon augers that maybe we'll use at some point. I mean, we just, like I said, we get down there in the bargain basement of prices, and I just cannot turn down. I mean, like this, we said, free. Geez, that's got my heart, I'm telling you. Why pay for it if you can get it for free? You know what I'm saying? So this is kind of bothering me. I gotta see here. Is it really locked up, or is it? No, it's turned. Well, yeah. See, something else is afoot here. Maybe it was stuck and I just unstuck it. It's still got the bag with the stickers on it. Oh, she's a good one. She's got that quick detach handle on it. Sweet. It's a Toro, boys. It can't be bad. Oh, compression, all kinds. We're gonna mow the yard with that sometime, never. Yeah, so project over there that we're in progress. I'm waiting on bearings. A load of projects here, projects there. That'll be a project. The pickup will be a project. So, and I got another thing that I need to make a whole video on that I bought. Well, several things actually, that I bought some things on online auctions that will be neat, and they'll come up in future videos. But anyway, what I'm saying is we got plenty of content coming up. I just need more time in my life and more money for parts. So in order to make that happen, what is Buddy doing? Well, see how the ADD has kicked in there. I'm now watching a dog playing. But anyway, what I'm saying is, if you want to see more projects and see stuff happen, keep on hitting that thumbs up and keep leaving comments and keep watching these videos. All that stuff doesn't cost you anything, and boy, does it sure help me out, because that is what has allowed me to purchase a lot of this stuff, which I would not normally maybe have been able to do. So, you know, you want to see this come back to life and really be turned into something, and keep on watching, because it's coming, friends. You know, I also want to, just thinking about these grain trucks. Now I'm getting off on a story again, and I about had this video wrapped up, but my eventual plan for grain trucks has always been to have 2 trucks so that I could, you know, be running the trucks while somebody was combining, and then just keep going. And I want to fix up that 67 F600 that's in the shed. That was the one that my great-grandpa bought new, and my grandpa had it most all of his life, because great-grandpa died right after he got that. I mean, that's a 67 truck, and I think he died in 1970. So grandpa's had it more than his dad had it. And I rode in that F600 every day as a kid. I mean, that was the vehicle we took to town and different things. And we would get, like I've said before, when we had hogs out here, I mean, we had hogs outside everywhere here. All through that woods, there were hogs running. We had hogs back behind the barn, hogs out at the woods at the corner. And so we would take a load of shelled corn twice a week, usually on the old F600, go to the co-op, drive it on the hoist, which was a bunch of wooden planks with a chain, and they'd raise it up and dump the corn out. And then we'd drive the truck around and they'd dump the feed on it. And then we'd bring it out here and shovel it into the feeders. And it was a ton of work. And as a kid, I thought we were in heaven. Like, I loved to do that. I would shovel until I couldn't do it anymore. And Grandpa probably thought that was hysterical, because it was saving him a few shovels. But yeah, so that's my plan. I'm going to take the hoist off of, I've got that 61 F600, which I originally bought for the hoist. It was in pieces, and it was a good enough truck. I got it running and used it for a few years, and then had brake issues. I never had time to sort that out, but I don't think I'm going to need 3 trucks, so I'm going to try to make 2 trucks. And so my original family truck, and then this truck, and then they'll both be the same color too, which is kind of nice, I guess, if you want consistency in your fleet. But I'm not real too worried about that. I love old trucks, like these 2-ton trucks. I don't think they get enough love. People overlook them. I wish they made more parts for them, because that seems to be what kills a lot of them, especially brakes, not being able to find stuff. But yeah, I don't know if I said that earlier, but there was a Sweetheart F600 there that was blue just down the line from this. And after I bought that pickup, it came up for auction, and I bid on it, and geez, that was a Sweetheart truck. I probably should have just bought it too. It only brought $1,200, and it was ready to roll. I mean, it was a Sweetheart truck. It was blue, and Anyway, but I'm off on a tangent again. I'm probably repeating myself. But as always, like I said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.